When the government of India removed Article 370, the state was divided into two union territories, that is UT of Jammu and Kashmir and UT of Ladakh. We often talked about the concerns and developmental issues of Jammu and Kashmir, but forget that Ladakh also needs to be given highest priority as well. And it is not only a normal territory of India, but strategically significant territory of India as it shares the boundaries with Pakistan and China. Siachen Glacier and Galwan Valley are some of the geostrategically important parts of India which are located in Ladakh. In 2020, we saw how Indian soldiers and Chinese soldiers clashed in the Galwan Valley region. Since 2020, Ladakh has been in the news for some other reasons. And these are:
am I really in India or am I in China? Am I in China?
This is education reformist and climate activist Sonam Wangchuk, who is fighting for the rights of Ladakh, demanding the protection of fragile ecology and indigenous culture of Ladakh from the industrial encroachment and heavy mining. There are majorly four demands of Ladakh. First, statehood to the Ladakh. Second, inclusion of Ladakh in the 6th schedule. Third, 2 separate parliamentary seats for Ladakh. Fourth, separate public service commission for Ladakh. Let's understand these demands in detail. In 2019, when the government of India removed Article 370 and divided state of Jammu and Kashmir into two union territories, the people of Ladakh welcomed and celebrated the decision of the government because Ladakh was demanding it for a very long time. Ladakh thought that special attention would be given to issues of Ladakh, but in reality that didn't happen, and soon Ladakh realized that nothing had changed for Ladakh. After 2019, Ladakh lost all its powers. In the present time, it is governed by Delhi, and people of Ladakh are not satisfied with the new administration as it is unable to govern Ladakh because outsiders or bureaucrats are not able to understand the concerns of Ladakh. Hence, these people of Ladakh formed Leh Apex Body and Kargil Democratic Alliance so that they could address their demands which had remained unfulfilled. People of Ladakh believe that they would get a legislature like Jammu and Kashmir if they will get statehood. It means Ladakh can solve regional problems through local participation. Currently, the Leh region of Ladakh is majorly dominated by Buddhist population, while Kargil region is dominated by Shia Muslim community. These people came together to fill these demands of Ladakh. Ladakh has been constantly demanding the inclusion of Ladakh in the 6th schedule of the constitution. But first of all, let's understand what is that 6th schedule. The 6th schedule of the constitution contains the provisions related to the administration of tribal areas in Assam, Tripura, Mizoram and Meghalaya. It covers Article 244 and Article 275 of the Constitution. The 6th schedule under Article 244 of the Indian Constitution provides for the formation of autonomous administrative regions called Autonomous District Councils. Autonomous District Councils are granted autonomy over legislative, judicial and administrative matters within a state. They can have up to 30 members with a term of 5 years and can make laws, rules and regulations with regard to land, forests, water, agriculture, etc. Currently it applies to Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram and Tripura. Hence, inclusion of Ladakh in the 6th schedule will provide protection to the rich and cultural heritage of Ladakh. Their agricultural lands, forests, traditional practices and cultural identity will be preserved. Tribal communities of Ladakh will be empowered after the inclusion in the 6th schedule of the Constitution. Ladakh is facing a lack of public participation and non-inclusion of locals in the governance from 2019. And the 6th schedule will ensure the public participation of Ladakh as well. If we observe the demography of Ladakh, we will find that nearly 97% of Ladakh's population is tribal. Therefore, Ladakh is eligible to be included in the 6th schedule. The National Commission for Scheduled Tribes also recommended the inclusion of Ladakh in the 6th schedule. Ladakh wants 2 parliamentary seats, one for Leh and another for Kargil. When the Union government had created these 2 union territories, J&K had got the state legislature, which allowed Jammu and Kashmir to discuss their regional issues and concerns with local participation. But Ladakh remained without a legislature body, and that resulted in no discussion of local issues and public participation. Before 2019, Ladakh was part of J&K and there were 4 MLA seats which used to represent Ladakh. Additionally, Ladakh Autonomous Hill Development Council, an elected body, was also powerful. But after 2019, Ladakh Autonomous Hill Development Council lost its powers and autonomy which used to govern Ladakh. In the present time, Ladakh has only 1 seat in Lok Sabha, which is not adequate enough to address the concerns of Ladakh. Ladakh has no assembly to govern the region, therefore it is directly governed and administered by the Delhi that is failing to understand the concerns of Ladakh and its people. Therefore, representation in the Lok Sabha from Leh and Kargil would ensure the integration of Ladakh and strengthen the democratic participation of Ladakh. Youth of Ladakh also concerned about not getting government jobs in the region, especially after 2019 changes. There has been no recruitment process from 2019 to the present time. If the State Public Service Commission is created, the youth of Ladakh will get jobs in the region, which will result in the localization of the jobs that will also help to address local regional issues comprehensively. Apart from these demands, Ladakh is also concerned about the environmental damages in the region, because it is one of the resource-rich regions of the country and it is under threat of exploitation. Ladakh is India's northernmost high-altitude desertic region and it receives roughly 80 mm average annual rainfall. The climate of Ladakh is cold and dry. It has a population of 3 lakh, which consists of Buddhist, Shia Muslim communities and others. Ladakh is famous for its unique geographical features, landscapes, natural beauty and rich culture and heritage. And the various infrastructural and development projects are disrupting and affecting the ecosystem of the region. For instance, freak accident of government's geothermal power project in Puga Valley region negatively affected the region. Ladakh is concerned about the electricity generation projects and mining projects in the region. Before 2019, Ladakh was a protected region and outsiders were not allowed to take lands and settle in the region. Industrial activities and developmental projects were prohibited in the region. Presently, these restrictions have been removed by the government and resources of Ladakh are open to explore, which might be leading to overexploitation of these resources. Ladakh is a climate-sensitive and vulnerable zone, and the changes in the region have already started creating stress on the ecosystem of Ladakh. Hence, there is a need to maintain a sustainable development balance in the Ladakh. Since 2020, there have been numerous talks and meetings between leaders of Ladakh and the Ministry of Home Affairs, but failed to establish consensus and common grounds. The Ministry of Home Affairs agreed on the demands of separate Public Service Commission and 2 parliamentary seats for Ladakh, but nowhere talked about statehood and inclusion of Ladakh in 6th schedule. The Union government is not ready to fulfill the remaining demands mainly because of 3 reasons. First, inclusion of Ladakh in 6th schedule will require amendments in the constitution. Furthermore, it will create administrative challenges and complexities for the governance. Second, since the Galwan Valley incident, the government has focused more on the security of the region by building military infrastructure, increase road connectivity and build tunnels to ease mobility in Ladakh. If Ladakh will be given the 6th schedule, that autonomy might impact these projects. Third, government believes that developments will not be possible in the region if Ladakh is included in the 6th schedule. However, there is a need to have a comprehensive viable solution that can help in achieving sustainable development as well as safeguarding national security in the region. It is possible only through constructive communication and effective solutions.